Alright, yeah, welcome back to some more Magic Arena, and we're back once again with our Black-White Tribal Angels list. So without further ado, let's get into the games, and I'll see you there. Alrighty then, let's be on the play. What have we got? A 2-lander, 2-tap lander at that. But one of them could get me an untapped land, so we can go turn 2 Knight with removal open, work our way to our 4-drops. So we basically want a land within Temple anyway. Okay, I'll bite. Show me a land. Wicked. Alright. Show me another land under that, and I'll be happy. Okay, so we're going to go Swamp and Knight of Alice. Hexproof from white doesn't seem entirely relevant here, but if they're like black-white, sweet, then we've got some stuff to do. Thanks for the pump, opponent. Appreciate you. Alright, so for playing the Sky Marcher, they've actually just enabled the extra +1 here. Good stuff. Alright, and we're going to cast down the Knight of the Ebon Legion if they play a land and try to pump it up. Which they're not going to do. Okay. But I'm still going to kill it. So I think it's worth it. Oh, never mind, I'm going to kill that instead. Alright, Legion's Lieutenant, get out of here. Depump the Dorks. And hope for... You know what? That's going to work for me. We need to do it now, because this Sky Marcher can do some pumping if I don't do it at the right time. So I'm just going to get this Knight out of the way. Keeps them off of flipping that Legion's Landing. I get to swing for 3. If they play a 4-drop or higher, I can despark it. So if they go like Sorin minus into the Dust March, whatever he's called. The one that draws you cards, I can despark that basically.
Uncultured monsters.
So how do we answer Sorin? Well, swinging aggressively at him is a good start. They're gonna go for the Lightning Helix.
One life to save many.
Okay. Cool. That works for me. I need a land though. Yeah, that doesn't work for me. Well, without a land, we don't stand much of a chance of winning. With a land, we'll have to see. Okay, so they get an extra 1/1. Knight of the Ebon Legion, which we can't answer. We need at least the Shalai down.
My bloodline flows through you.
Gain a life. There we go. Alright. So this is a tick up to sacrifice. It really is. Oh my god. Alright, well, let's go Shalai. Looks like the Knight's getting in and they're flipping their landing, so all of this is going horrifically wrong for us. Had we drawn an extra land the turn before,
Our fiends thirst for life.
I could maybe see us still being in this, but I think it's a little too late now. Yeah, flips the landing and this can get +3/+3. Which means it kills Shalai, so I'm just going to get rid of the non-death touching token. And we're officially in a lot of trouble. I really haven't gotten out to the gate like I needed to. That, you know, that sits quite nicely by me. Go, Sorin, go! Get him!
Weak.
Alright, Sorin's dead next turn. I think it's fairly obvious that's going to be the case. Now, the Knight of Ebon Legion looks to be able to get big enough for it to be a problem for me.
Calls to your soul.
But, you know, maybe we can get some decent removal at some point. I'm going to take all of this. We're gaining life anyway, so the life loss here is actually mostly irrelevant. Down to 9. But we have that swing right back at them anyway. And a Resplendent Angel. Oh my god. Oh boy. Alright, well. I'm going to swing Shalai at my opponent, and I'm going to do Lyra at Sorin. And the reason for this is the hexproof on Lyra prevents our opponent from having a removal spell for the thing that actually just blows them out of the water. So I miss out on a point of damage there, but I think it's just safer. And we get a 5/5 with lifelink. So we're at 19, we're pushing through, we've finally stabilized. We can get down a Sorin next turn, which means that Lyra's not responsible for the lifelink anymore. Okay, they have the Mortify. We can Sorin and -4 to get that back, but I think I'd rather just tick up first and then have Vigilant Lifelinkers back to protect. Do I want to block? Not really. I think I'll just take it. I could block with the lead and each end step. Oh, actually, that was a free block for me. I thought this was only on my end step. It's actually each end step. So I could block here, gain 5, and then on their end step I would gain my 5/5 back. So that was a punt. Read your cards, kids. We can get them next time, though. It's not the end of the world, and we've got a Mortify as well, which is pretty nice. So now we just swing in with everything. No Settle the Wreckages to worry about, and we're gaining 14 life. We're having 2 5/5s, which will... one will replace itself. So we can double block the Knights. And have a Sorin in play ready to reanimate Shalai. Because I don't think there's much point in actually losing Sorin here for very little reason. We're also threatening lethal in the air next turn as well, so... Okay, we had a really bad start, but it looks like we've managed to finally stabilize, and I think Vampires is actually doing quite decently in the meta right now.
If you threaten Innistrad, I will take it personally.
But yeah, we're just not incentivized at all to block anything here. We've got 29 life. I suppose we can just block 1 5/5 because we're getting it back anyway. So let's just block here, I guess. Block some damage, gain 5. We get a 5/5 back. Yeah. Here's a 5/5, gain a life, up to 30. Swing for lethal. Good stuff. Alright, so Vampires. What are we talking? Legion's End looks really good here. It actually seems to hit basically every single creature. We can also bring in the Devout Decree as well, because most of the vampires worth killing are actually black creatures, so that's good. Noxious Grasp is a little bit hit or miss. Cry of the Carnarium seems reasonable as well. So I'll bring in Cry. And do I just want to go for, like, full removal suite? What's Mortify going to do for me? I don't know what the sideboard looks like for Vampires at the moment, unfortunately. I know it's got some disfigures in it for aggro decks and things like that, but honestly, I'm not too sure what the structure of it is. I could have a decent guess, but I'm going to go down the cast downs because we got enough removal that doesn't care about legendary stuff. D-Spark seemed a little weak there. There are actual targets, like the 4-mana 3/4 that drains when it attacks, but we've got enough answers to that, I think, that I can get rid of the D-Spark and just have legitimate removal. And I think we'll go down the Fountain of Renewals as well. Its life gain doesn't seem too important. Keep the one Command the Dreadhorde. While it's not actually, like, game-breakingly good, it's still like a late-game play that we can make that just wins the game on the spot. Shalai is also another one. I could do a Shalai down an Angel. We basically miss out on our 5-point combo with the Bishop of the Wings, but I think this is fine. Okay, Zero Lander. Not really good with these opening hands, are we? We're struggling. Okay, this is just all removal. We've got a Scrylands. We can get rid of a land here. This hand doesn't look terrible. It should fix itself anyway. Just knowing we're going to be at 4 mana is good, because that's kind of the sweet spot for this deck. If we can get to 4 mana, we're usually good for our top decks. Vicious Conquistador. Alright. I think I do want to go Temple, because I really would rather not draw more lands. Yeah, sure. I'll play a Resplendent Angel. It's probably going to die, if I'm honest, but it's worth a shot, right? Legion's Landing. Okay. So we've got a Disfigure on the Conquistador. No Knight of the Ebon Legions here, though, which is a shame. Sorcery speed on this Devout Decree is awkward, but it's not the end of the world. If we can kill a Sorin with it, it's going to be pretty good. Alright, so they got the Loxodon. It's not a card that I actually thought that was in this deck, so it's interesting to see. But we can easily deal with that. Alright, let's play the Resplendent Angel. If they drop down a Sorin, it's a little bit of a blowout, because they can lose their 2-2 to deal 3 damage to our Angel with that. Or just have Mortify. Sure, Mortify's fine. That actually gets like a card out of them that hasn't been added to the board, you know? And Sorin's really, really good. Alright, so now I do need to take something out, which is probably... Oh, they don't have any black creatures. Never mind. Here's me thinking I was going to kill something with a Devout Decree, but they just luckily have enough white creatures. So if we do Shalai, then we basically force them into attacking and losing something for the Legion's Landing, which is probably not entirely worth it. Alternatively, I could Sorin minus, but then we lose Sorin, so I'm going to go with the Shalai here. I think it's fairly obvious play. I think the other ones are just strictly worse, to be honest. Looks like they got more removal. Noxious Grasp, alright. Everyone else on the M20 conditional colour sideboard tech, I approve. Another Loxodon, ouch. That's an ouch from me, dog. Yeah, we're not in a good spot anymore. We're really not. I can go Resplendent Angel, so I can at least block the Sky Marcher, but that's still 3 profitable attacks here to flip the Legion's Landing. Yeah. I just can't keep up with Loxodons. Who'd have thunk it? We have plenty of answers to them, but I just didn't find them. Do I just trade off with a 3-3 again? I think I have to. Actually, they've got the Sky Marcher, so... Yeah, it's all bad. We were dead or we were dead. Yeah, and Lyra gives me a potential chance, actually. If they don't have removal, 5, 6, 7, 8, block the Loxodon for... Ah, no, they've still got lethal. Yeah, we were just a few points short of victory there. Yeah, so I blocked the 5-5. And then lethal. Yeah, if we'd have managed to do a surviving attack there, so if we'd have had 3 more life, which we couldn't have made up in that game, we were just going to lose. There was no doubt in my mind we were going to lose. I'm bringing in the cast down. If we could have managed that, then we would have been able to play Sorin minus, get back Resplendent Angel, Lyra swings in, makes a 5-5 for a more lifelink, and that would have probably taken us through the corner to victory, because then we could tick up with Sorin the next turn. The turn after that, we minus kill him, get the other Resplendent Angel, and it's just, we're laughing from there. Alright, so I'm going to go down the fountain for that other cast down. I feel like we were a little screwed over by a lack of removal. It's not necessarily that I removed too much of it, I think it's just that we just didn't have any in our opening hand, so I'm just going to increase the odds, because cast down actually does hit a fair few things, so... Yeah, we're going to bring it in like that. There's also an argument for the Noxious Grasp, but... I feel like most of the vampires, although they're kind of proving me wrong, most of the vampires were black base anyway. You know, it's Knight of the Ebon Legion, Legion Lieutenant. This hand looks disgustingly good. So we got the Legion's End, we can hopefully hit their 1-drop and then steal some from their hand. If they play like Knight of the Ebon Legion and they have multiples. So the only thing we don't want to see is Legion's Landing. That's the only card we didn't want to see. Alright, well, I'm just going to take the opportunity then to Godless Shrine. Don't necessarily want to throw out my... Oh, that's a good one. Yeah, we're going to Legion's End that. Hopefully they've got more Lords in hand. And we strip them of everything they've got. They got Vona. Alright. Vona is a reason not to run Cast Down in your deck. Oh, and then they top deck one, you lucky bugger, you. Alright, we know they have the Mortify. So I could use that to kill Vona, which is 2 turns away. By that point, have I just drawn enough good stuff? Quite possibly. They're doing nothing next turn, so... Yeah, I think we want to kill the Legion's Lieutenant. It gives us a scry, so hopefully we can do something good next turn. That is the 5th land for Lyra. I think that's worth it, honestly. Play our land, pass the turn. We're going to play Resplendent Angel. I'll probably Seraph of the Scales, actually, because that's much better for a Mortify. Do need an answer to Vona, though. Yeah, this is a much better Mortify target, because it makes some 1/1s for us to chump block the Vampire token. So I imagine they kill it because they got nothing better to do. This is only Destroy, so I'm going to go with that, I guess. Yeah, it's the one difference between Noxious Grasp and Devout Decree is this one's Exile and the other one isn't. I wish they were both Exile, to be honest. Not entirely sure why they went with one being Exile and the other Destroy, since both black and white are capable of Exile. It's within their colour range. That's pretty nice. So we have Mortify to worry about. We also have Legion's Landing, which we need to defend against. We can't actually stop them from Legion's Landing unless I go with Cry the Carnarium. So I think I'm going to attack for 2. Cry away the board. That way Legion's Landing is a very long way away from flipping, and they need a land, otherwise they're doing nothing. Well, they got it. Okay, then. And then we got a Legion's End. Now we're in an awkward spot. Because we don't really have a good answer anymore. We can Sorin Minus, which gets us Vona activation and a Mortify from them. No it doesn't, because we have to... Yeah, we're going to have to lose something good here, so what is the good thing that we have to lose? Probably Resplendent Angel. They can only do this during their turn as well. That's the one caveat, but they can swing and then activate. I guess we have to just do Resplendent Angel, because it's something we can pull back with Sorin. And Lyra isn't. Yeah, they've basically stonewalled us until we can get past Vona. So attack, activate. Kill Angel, gain 4 again. So it was a 3 mana kill our, 3 life kill our creature. That's why it's really bad for us. Ah, you remember that cast down that I didn't want? Yep. Well, now I have to Lyra. We just can't play Magic until Vona's gone. It's the only thing stopping us. I think it's like a 1 or a 2 of in their entire deck as well, which is really tilting. Gain for 4. 2-turn clock. We need the draw right now. That would be a Command the Dreadhorde.
You should fear those born of darkness.
-4 for Seraph. We don't have any of our Bishop of Wings, so this is going to cost us too much life. As well as being on 7, it's basically just uncastable. Oh my god. Nut draw more, please. We found all of our bad removal for the one card that it's bad on. Every other one of these cards is really great against their deck, except for Vona.
I bestow a mighty curse.
So they get to swing for 5. If they activate... If they let me block first, then we get to save some life. Because I can Death Touch this now and they have to activate in response. So we've saved 5. Cool. Seems good. Alright, Temple. That was a punt by them. So now we go after Sorin. And we hope our removal gets us there.
Never learn.
Knight of the Ebon Legion is dead. I'm just gonna Legion's End it, I think. Yeah, it gets pumped. But it has Summoning Sickness, so it doesn't matter. If they had a Knight in their hand, they would have already cast it, but this one's too conditional to not just fire off. Another land. Okay. So I have 7 points to work with. 4. Yeah, I just don't quite have the life. If I had like 4, 5, 6, 7 or something like that, that'd be nice. I could maybe do Sorin -3. It's not the end of the world, but then we lose Sorin to the other Sorin. So I think we just have to Legion's End here, play our land. See what's in their hands. They've just got planes, that's good. And now we just have to dodge legendary vampires.
I cannot be killed.
Until we get lifelink again. Skymarch Aspirant. Okay, so Sorin is dead.
This is but a taste of my power.
Sorin's not dead, because they got the tick up. He's on 3. He's dead next turn. This is worth killing though, right? I think this is worth killing. And I think we command just Sorin. Or maybe command... That's pretty good. Command some of their 1-drops as well. Like, I could take their Vona. Is that worth doing? Feels worth doing. Send the hate right back at them. So I could do 5. If it dies, we're in a really bad shape, but if we had the Angel of Vitality, we gain a little bit more life off of that. 4 power is quite a lot as well. But alternatively, Sorin is life gain now, and he's also Reanimator for some good stuff next turn. I think it has to be Sorin. 4, 5. Submit. Go to 2. Kill Sorin.
That will cost time.
Kill Sorin. What a turn. What a turn. And next turn we get Angel of Vitality down. We -3. We get the Resplendent Angel, which combos us off. And our opponent has missed on their top deck. Wow. Oh, we were so close to losing. All that bad removal. Like, it was so situationally good, but they got the one card that was really bad against those removal spells. A few people don't run Vona because it's just kind of a 5-mana do-nothing if you're not careful, but if you can get it down and your opponent has no answers, you can just machine gun away all of their threats. Vona is kind of secretly good, but also I think he's situationally one of the worst cards in the deck, though. Excuse me. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed that one. That was an absolute banger of a matchup. I thought I'd go into ranked because I'm only on silver, so I need to work right back up to where I was. But yeah, thanks very much for watching, guys. If you did enjoy the video, then make sure to hit that like button. Also, if you hit the bell icon, you'll get notifications when I go live in the future. I'll have a video out for you tomorrow, as well as I'll be streaming Minecraft if you're interested in that kind of thing. Mythic, wildcard, good stuff. So if you're into that kind of thing, then I'm also going to be doing that on Twitch later on in the night. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.